Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on. Robert, y'all can hear me? I'm gonna do something real quick. Why D1 address everybody but you? Why is he so scared of Sydney? I think you know the answer to that. Why you think everybody is scared? Everybody do shit behind my face. Don't nobody want to do things in front of me. It's that fear. Damn near like the fear of God. Everybody do shit behind my face. They don't want to do it in front of me. People say things behind my face. You know what I'm saying? People sneak and do stuff behind my face. They don't ever want to say it or do it while I'm there. That's just regular. That didn't start on the internet. It's in everyday life. Why you think that is? When you move authentic how you move and you resonate with that type of frequency, people feel that shit. And people don't want to deal with the mirror that create, where they got to really look at themselves, got to look into themselves. So hell no, that's not good for his business. But it's not just him. They all duck, they all run, or bow out. It's too powerful. You have to understand, when you really research phase one, he's too powerful. When you research who he is, the realms he's been able to tap into, the masses he's been able to reach, the arts he's been able to put out and perform, this nigga powerful. The teachings. You ain't heard my teachings. Meaning, when I come teach something, it ain't something that everybody out here talking about. It ain't something rhetoric-based that other people are able to spew as if they know what they're speaking on. I teach things from the wisdom that I've been given, the right wisdom. That's dangerous because you're not in one program. So what you're observing is fear. It's just fear. That's real fear. They all afraid. Now, I came on here to handle the business, but if somebody want to be a fraidy cat, then I might as well go back to what I was doing. Y'all want to send me these videos these folk making. Y'all don't understand. These folk don't want to stand on that. They don't want to stand on what they say. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. They scared. He don't want strippers to exist, but happy and excited that he's getting played in the club. I don't know, man. I don't have nothing to do with these people and what their survival methods are. All this shit is about survival. Quicker you understand that, the quicker things will actually make more sense to you. It's just about survival. I don't care nothing about what you're doing. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. And if they in the way, they're just in the way. You know what I'm saying? But you ask a good question. It's because of fear. It's real. It's fearful. But that's not new. That's been around for a long time. Being afraid of the truth, been around for a long time. Being afraid of what someone else can do with the truth, been around for a long time. That's why I say, everybody want to do shit, but they want to do stuff where I can't see them. They want to say things when I can't hear them. I'll be right there. That's in real life, on the internet, comment sections, live videos. Y'all see me come up and I want to have a conversation with somebody based off of something that they said, and they immediately try to cop out. Or they see me pop up where they don't expect me, and they try to say, man, let's just talk about love and unity, man. No, what did you say before I popped up? Before you try to make me seem like this boogeyman who coming at people for no reason. What did you say? What did you do that caused this nigga to pop up like this? You see what I'm saying? I don't respect it. If you're going to do some shit, do that shit in my face. Or I lose respect for you. People don't understand. You can lose respect. All right? I have a high respect for anybody come around me. But if you do some shit and you're doing it behind my face and I can see what you're doing, that's your respect go down. So that you're not up there with me at that point. I didn't give elders respect because they were older than me. I didn't give people around me respect just because they was around me. They earned it. You see? So all these people on the internet, y'all, what are y'all respecting them for? If they're not able to show up in what they saying they stand on. And then phase one come, they call me the litmus test. They call me the diamond tester. We gonna see if your diamond's real. Let's see if you really on what you say you on when I pop up. And they not. But right now, every time we get on here, it's time to do something like that. What I be done did, I be done sent a lie to somebody. And we'll be on here for an hour. And I'll be sending somebody alive for an hour. And they duck. 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 You see what I'm saying? But that's just the game. It's fear. All of it is fear. But let me tell you something. You have to be prepared and ready when it comes time to the truth to go to war behind it. And it's going to function in different ways. So I say, you might not like my program, but if you don't like my program, do a program. Well, everybody got an issue with my program, but want to be a part of my program. If you got a problem with how I run anything, get your own program. If I say, this ain't that, that ain't that. If I say, yeah, you can do this, but you can't do that. You can do that, but you can't do that. You try to go around me. Now I can't see you the same. I can't hold you up here. Now I got to look at you as a threat. And the way a mastermind handles a threat, you won't even know that you're being handled. It'll just start happening. If I say this going to be like this, it's going to be like that. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand how things move when it comes to the principle. As a warrior, I'm a warrior. I fought to get here. I don't have no time for somebody trying to tell me what this is. And you didn't bleed with me. I bled. I never went out into the world. I bled for this. You see what I'm saying? Meaning I never let loose Nuwopu. I bled for this. I screamed and hollered and cried about this my whole life. Niggas just got on the internet yesterday and y'all think y'all are teachers? We taught when the internet wasn't bumping. We taught when it was 5 people on the corner. We taught in the middle of gunfire. In the middle of Atlanta, I was teaching. Carver High School teaching. Summerhill teaching. In the slums, in the trenches teaching. Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords teaching. All of it is documented. Y'all get on the internet and you think you're finna lead somebody somewhere. You're not leading anybody anywhere. If I be quiet, nothing happens. Remember that. If I disappear, everything that y'all think y'all on, it ain't even there no more. People are benefiting from my initiation. That's the truth. If it's not the truth, then why when I'm quiet or why when I disappear do the motion stop? You see that? They're not even paying attention. Y'all got all these leaders out here and phase one is telling you, look, there's a whole Avenger lineup of conscious leaders and they're not doing anything. And y'all are trying to turn your guns at the one telling you that the ones you got in position aren't making the moves. That don't even make sense. That makes sense to stupid people. It don't make sense to the intelligent one. He telling you, look, they got all the resources. They got all the following already. They got the finances already. You see, they got the land already. Some of them got acres of their own to themselves already. Right? They have the capital. They have the platforms. They have the outreach. And they won't unite to form anything for the youth, the children, your women, any of that. I hope niggas ain't trying to be taken care of. I'm talking about the women and children. They have nothing for y'all. You see? But y'all turning the guns on phase one. Who's pointing that out? You see what I'm saying? No, it's all fallacy. When people start realizing it, you start realizing that's the game. You realize the game more and more every day. Hold on. I'm going to get this person in here who made this video. One thing about me, when I make my mind up to come and arrive at a place my mind made up. And whatever it is you said, you have to stand on it. Not because, okay, cool, I got the person here now. Not because I want people to just listen. No, it's for the people who need to hear. Does this and the third. You learn that lesson. Look at the type of person and look at how many times we done stood up to the test. All right, real quick, for the people who didn't see the video, people who don't know who you are you? What was the video about?
Yeah, okay, man. And the video was about you on live last night denying that you study the doctrine of Malachi, that you don't even believe him and you don't follow behind him. This is your master that you never met because you said you started following him since you was a kid. You're 27. You're young enough to be my son. Not only this, how do you even know him? This is why you don't believe him and you can't follow his doctrine or study him because you weren't even old enough to meet him. Is what I said in the video. Is that a lie or what? Is you
Yeah, it's
talking
a
to
lie.
somebody that no numbers? What's the lie?
Okay, it's a lie. You ready?
I'm listening. I'm gonna mute my microphone.
Well, before you mute your mic, what was the first statement? Because I asked you what the video was about. You went to a whole lot of things. What was the main, like, what was the first statement that you made?
I said you did. He called you Isaiah. I call you Peter because you denied your master 3 times before the rooster crowed. This actually was just last night, by the way. If your people don't know that you was on Lando Live denying exactly what I said. That you follow Malachi. I'm pretty sure they seen the video. You don't believe him, right? And you don't even study under his doctrine. That's 3 denials. Start with that. Where did I lie?
All right. Well, I think more of the question is, where did I misunderstand? And because of where you're coming from, there will be misunderstanding. It's because you don't know that we were taught not to believe him. He said, don't believe me. So I don't believe him. That's my teacher. That's what he taught. And I listened to that teaching. So when I say I don't believe Dr. Malachi York's teachings, I'm doing what Dr. Malachi York taught us to do. Secondly, he did tell us not to follow him. He told us to walk with him. That way, we're not just following him and believing anything that he says just because he got white hair sitting in a trailer with a deep voice. We were taught, don't believe him, check out everything he says. Go and research everything he says. And if he says he's anything, put him to the test. That's what we were taught. What was the third one? The third one was I denied him 3 times. What was the third one? You said to believe
Well,
in and
the
follow him.
third one is, and you don't study his doctrine, which
Oh, okay,
that's
real
his
quick, real
doctrine.
quick,
This
real
is
quick.
what you teach is a
I didn't say
doctrine,
I don't
right?
study his. Okay, real quick. I didn't say I don't study his doctrine. I said I'm not under his doctrine. And if you go and find it, the clip, I'm sure you'll hear it, and then you'll be thinking, oh, there's an intellectual
All right, hold up.
disconnect.
Before you say you're not under, before you go on, what do you mean not under? And is that not following, not
All
studying,
right,
not believing it? What
I'm
is not under it?
there. You go. This is what you do before you make a video. You ask somebody what they mean. So no, I'm not under his doctrine, meaning I was able to study with Noble Drew Ali's doctrine. I'm able to study with the NOI's doctrine. I'm able to study with the Hebrew Israelites doctrine, Christian doctrine, archaeologist doctrine, paleontologist doctrine, any doctrines or schools or disciplines or scientific disciplines that are out there and available. I was able to go out and study up under that also. So I'm not under the doctrine of Dr. Malachi York, meaning his books are not where my information cease or stop. I was taught, don't stop there, go out and study everything. So I'm not under his doctrine, and that can help you when you approach someone like myself, where you think that I'm a believer of Dr. Malachi York. I was taught not to believe him. I was taught not to follow him, and I was taught not to stay under his doctrine. That's what the doctrine teaches. All right. So when will you take the video down?
Uh, well, that's the problem because it's actually a video you recorded. So public is I can post it. Is there a domain over the video? Is there any copyrights on the video? That's the question.
Oh, okay. I should have asked, will you take the video down? Now that you know that
Well, you can
what you
ask
was,
me, but what offend you? Because it's still
it
something
didn't.
that
It
you
didn't
said.
offend me. It didn't
Okay,
offend
so
me.
why do you want me to take the video down?
I don't want you to. I said, will you? Now that you
No, you
know,
asking me to take it down. That's wanting to take it down. Otherwise, it
no, I'm
wouldn't
not
be a
asking
question.
you to. Okay, so what you have is an intellectual disconnect, but most people have that. It's like cognitive dissonance. You're hearing me say something, but based off of the database that you possess, you think I mean something else. That just shows me the types of conversations you've had in your life as opposed to the types of conversations I've had in my life. I've had very intellectual conversations my life throughout. You
Still,
may not have, because when I say, will you take it down, I'm not asking you to take it down. I'm saying, will you, as in, will this occur? You can use
Oh,
context
okay.
to,
Will I eventually take the video down? Is what you're saying?
okay, will you eventually take the video down?
Uh, okay. And I would like to read or counter that with a question. Why would I take the video down? Would it be necessary?
If you were to take, well, if you were, I'll let you determine whether or not it's necessary. If you were to take it down, it might have something to do with moral integrity, because you said that I was saying something and you misunderstood. You didn't have the context nor the comprehension. And now that you do, maybe you can go back and look at what you were trying to tell people I said and see that that's not what I said.
What is it that I missed overstated?
That's
I'm still
challenging
not.
for me because
I'm
I
still
just
not.
explained it. I just
Uh,
explained it.
no, you didn't. Actually, you just said what I
Okay.
did understand, but it's exactly your words. I'm just reiterating what you did. That's your
No,
action.
you
What?
misrepresented. And for one, I never said I didn't study under his doctrine. I said I'm not under his doctrine. Did you hear that?
One second, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Pay attention. There's like 90% of the population.
Yeah, man, I'm handling some shit right now. All right, you got my whole undivided attention now.
Okay, cool. So I never said I didn't study under his doctrine. That's not true. I said I'm not under his doctrine. I
I
never
have to.
said I never said in the context of how you were expressing it that I wasn't with him or I denied him. I said I don't follow him because he didn't teach us to follow him. He taught us to walk with him. To follow somebody means to go behind him.
I understand that. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Okay. And also, when I said about not believing what he teaches, he taught us don't believe. He said, don't believe me. Check it out. Don't believe anybody, not even me. Da, 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 da. I don't care if you trust what I say, none of that. Still don't believe me.
Okay,
Okay.
so now listen. I see where you're going with that, but I only posted a fragment of it. So you clearly was what they like to call it backpedaling, or he's called it moonwalking, and that's the part I left out because y'all kind of got like emotional. So you really wouldn't be able to hear, but you kind of you had to. This is what you didn't say. What you just said. Now you kind of stood firm on what you said when you said I don't trust or believe in him. You never said that it's not because of what he told you. It was just like, I don't even go by his stuff. You denied him, is what it said. If I show, I'm gonna send you the video so you know what you said. It's all been database. You know this, right? So I don't say nothing for no reason, man. And I'm actually 40 years old, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not a youngin. Very intellectual. I just kind of dumb it down for people to understand because I know y'all got emotions right now. It's high on intensity in the atmosphere on energy right now. A lot of people
Okay,
not
so let's deal
understanding
with
what's
it.
going on.
Let's deal with it. How did I deny him? Keep it simple.
I'm gonna send you the video, but like I said, when they said you was moonwalking, you had a lot of belief on your master. Is what they were saying. You was backpedaling is because you stood firm on the doctrine. This is what you preach. It said Lando is stating to you in this live video saying that you are preaching Malachi's teachings or whatever y'all want to call it, right?
Yes. Okay. So then,
Okay,
yeah.
now, I'm still going now. Uh, you preaching what Malachi taught you, so that means you are what? That's his doctrine. You following his doctrine because you're not coming up with your own. Not only that, I get the denial from it is because yeah, you never said what you just said by saying I'm doing my own, which is what you're not doing. You actually doing Malachi's teaching, which means that you are under his doctrine. Is what I'm telling you. Am
Okay.
I?
All right. So
Don't
something
play
else
with
just
me,
happened.
man, because I can really represent in court. Is what I'm telling you.
I can represent out of court. This is what I'm showing you.
I represent everywhere.
All right. So then don't limit yourself to court next time you say that.
Well,
So
I'm
check this out.
telling like if you want to play with words, is what I'm saying. And otherwise, I can do numbers too.
When you speak, you play with words, and numbers are words. So check this out.
Exactly.
I didn't deny Dr. Melakazi because you don't understand what I was saying. Also, on that platform, I wasn't able to speak, which is why I had to resort to
I said that.
ask.
I said that. They got hostile. That's why I say in the video
Okay.
I clipped it.
Okay.
Y'all got emotional.
No, there's no y'all got emotional.
I didn't get
Everybody, I
emotional.
got the video now. I'm gonna send it to
The
you. I'm
same
not just
video, the
saying
same video
anything.
you got is going to show one person holding their composure the whole time. Someone else got emotional. What I asked for was people to allow me to speak. But that's why we come to my platform, because you can speak whether or not I agree with what you're saying. They
I
don't
hear
have
you.
they don't have the composure to allow that to happen. So no, I didn't deny Dr. Melchizedek York. And as much as people, and long as people have known me,
It's an ego or persona. What is it that you're holding up? These are words you
is
use.
neither of that. I
You
didn't.
left it blank. I don't know what you're holding up. You holding up this what?
Okay, yeah, holding up this way of life.
Okay, no, not its way of life. So it's its following
You
then.
didn't
This,
hear me.
that
You
you
didn't hear me. You
deny.
didn't hear me. You're listening to respond. I don't know if you're excited because of where you at. I
No,
said
you just
this way
said
of
you
life.
holding up
You can't
this
hear
and
me
then
right
you
now if you're
left it
talking.
come.
Ain't no way you can hear me. What I say? You tell me what I said.
Your people listening to you right now. I
What did
hope
I
somebody
say? You tell
recording
me
it
what
because
I
I'm
said.
recording it.
Tell me what I said.
You cut it off. You said I'm holding up this, and then you switched the subject real quick. That's why I had to rebuttal you and bring you back to
That's
recollect
not
on
a
what you.
rebuttal. That was, you asked for clarity. Do you know what you're doing? You asked for clarity on what this was, and I told you this way
Definitely.
of life. Are you gonna tell me it's not a way of life?
Well,
It's
after
not a way of life.
I had to tell you to clarify. Yes, you had to
Okay, it's not a
clarify
rebut.
that.
It's not a rebut, family. I grew up debating. That wasn't a rebut. You asked for clarity. Okay, so check this out. I didn't deny Dr. Melchizedek York, and I just showed you that, told you that. So, will you take the video down?
You know what? I'm gonna send you the video, and if you can disagree to, well, if you can agree to disagree, then I'll take it down because you definitely denied him 3 times for the rooster crow. You did a Peter. Don't lie. You did the gangster disciple. You did it. I got the full video.
Okay,
That's
that
just
means
a that's just a
at age
scorching.
40, I just explained to you twice that I didn't deny him.
Did
It's not
anybody see,
even.
let me read these comments. Did anybody see the video of him saying the opposite of what he just said to clarify to y'all?
No, are y'all hearing
It's
me?
backpedaling.
Real quick before you go ahead. Y'all see? This is 90% of the population. It's
It
like
is not.
the truth is right there, but they like, nah. It's
What
like I
truth?
just showed you the 3 points that you said I used to deny him are the actual 3 points that we use to support him and to raise him up. You can't see it though. There's no way. Because that's the second time I explained it. And now this is my third time explaining it. About not believing what he says, he taught me that. Don't believe me. Never believe what I say. Don't believe what I'm saying. Check it out. Go look into it for yourself to validate things. That's what I was taught growing up as a child. I know some of y'all were given like Santa Claus and Jesus and God coming into this world. I wasn't. So I can't relate to whatever programming you had that make you think that belief and someone speaking on something that's being taught are one and the same. I can teach Christianity and not believe it. I can teach about folklore. I can teach Tortoise and the Hare, Hansel and Gretel, and not believe it. But somehow y'all think if somebody reads from a Bible, they must believe it, which is why y'all were duped in the pastor's den or in the church or in the mosque because people were reading with conviction and charisma, and we didn't come up like that. So the
Okay,
belief thing,
so and you talking about morals and codes. First of all, this is a man-to-man sit-down conversation. Why I'm not looking you in your eyes? Why am I only looking at me?
well, I get you. I respect what you asking. So why is that video up? Why were you
Why
not
am I
man to man?
so if I
I
can't
get
even
you.
get
I
the
get you. I get
decency
you. I
of a
get you.
look in the eye,
I
then
couldn't get
there's
the
no need to
decency. I
converse.
couldn't get the decency of a message
It's
prior
no
to you uploading.
decency shown.
I
It's
couldn't get the
reciprocation.
decency. I couldn't get the decency of a message prior to you uploading the video. So let's go decency for decency. You take the video
Uh,
down.
you
You
didn't
come
see me
back.
say in the comments on the live where I said I'm screen recording this? You didn't see that?
Okay, let's go decency for decency. After you take the video down, I'll come on here and I'll show my face and we'll talk man to man, eye to eye.
So it seems like you have an ego harmed here is what's going on. It's not a misrepresentation. This is like you being proven to falsify following your master is what you say, which is what Bruce Lee had a master, right? And then he went on to do his new thing. You're preaching the same doctrine that your master gave you is what I'm saying, and then you said you're not. That's
Okay.
backpedaling, and you denied it because it's something that you're actually doing, but you are physically on video saying that you don't. follow his doctrine. You don't
That's
believe
number
him.
4. That's the 4th time. So let's take a different route. Let's see it. Let's try another route.
Well, I don't know how I can clear it up. That's
Yeah.
5 times I cleared up
Okay,
why
I
my
got you.
video is
Let's
posted.
just try another route. You say I preached the doctrine. Give me an example of when I did that. When did I preach the doctrine? Give me an example.
You know, I listen to your lives. Like I said, I listened to Jamal Rashad for a while till his words started to not make sense.
No,
And
that's not
then
an answer
now,
to my question.
no,
My
it is
question.
because it's a leading up to a follow up. This is a build up, is what it's
Can
called.
you
If
answer it
you're a
directly
rapper,
for the sake of the audience?
well, reword the question. What is your question?
Can you tell me one time where you heard me preach the doctrine of Dr. Malachi York?
You open up his book in a live. And Lando gonna show you that video. You open up a book in your live, word for word, you read from his doctrine.
That's
You
not
know what a
preaching the doctrine.
doctrine is?
That's not preaching
Okay.
the doctrine. That's
So a
reading it.
pastor in church doing this, open up to Psalms 58:6 and read with me. That's not preaching his doctrine.
No, that's not preaching the
Let's
doctrine.
read from his book.
Yeah, that's reading from a book.
Yeah, that's his doctrine. His book is his doctrine, right?
Excuse me. If you read from, I gotta help you. If you read from a book, okay,
Help
let me
me.
get it. That's what I'm here to do. If I get I don't have one of the Bibles near me. I probably got the Quran in one of my other shelves. But if I get one of the books, one of the holy books, or whatever they want to call it, and I start reading it, that's called reading it. And when it comes to Al Quran, that's recitation, Al Quran. I'm reciting it. However, if I
Do
stop and I say, now somebody need to hear this. Y'all need to listen to what the word is saying. This word right here, oh, this is why I feel it in my spirit. I'm preaching the doctrine now. The doctrine itself, if I read Exodus as Moses wrote it for the commandments, and I read the commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not, lie on your neighbor, thou shalt not this, that. If I read that's preaching the gospel or the good news. So no, if I read one of Dr. Malachi York's books, that's not preaching his doctrine. That's reading one of his books. If I read Mark Twain, are you familiar? That's not me preaching Mark Twain. That's me reading Mark Twain.
So a mass of people on your live, would that not be a congregation? I'm just asking
No,
one question. Okay,
no,
so it's not a congregate of people coming in a whole listening to one person speak. That's not a congregation.
no, it's not a congregation. What
What
it
would that
is,
be called?
okay, I got you. It'll be a live stream, and then people are at home listening to it or watching it.
Okay, you playing with words, man. You're 27 years old, and like Wigglebody said, I'm not the one to do that with.
I know you're not, because you can't.
You can't, exactly. Your words, you can't.
I wouldn't have said it if it wasn't true.
Yeah, you can't. It's true.
See?
That's what I'm doing. Your words. I'm reciprocating your energy right now.
All right, so you didn't answer the question, by the way. I said, when did I preach his doctrine? And what? I'm gonna ask you like this. What did I preach that was his doctrine? What? Give me a subject matter. Give me a subject matter.
You open up a book.
So you've got about an hour of drive time.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead and no park.
Was this in the spirit, which makes the body move? But somebody will send you a live showing you opening up a book and speaking about whatever the topic was that was in that written doctrine of Malachi. And not only that, don't you got his books in your bio? You lead people to his doctrine. Is that your own doctrine? Is that your written script?
No,
Okay then. So are you? What is that called then? Are you leading people to it, or that's not following? So you leading people to it.
no, I'm just advising
That's
the people.
Moses.
I got you. I know you like the Bible and stuff like that, but I thought you were talking about me. So,
Yeah, I'm talking about you. That's
all
what
right.
you're
So,
doing. It's in
yeah,
your bio.
no, that's not what I'm doing.
It's
That's in
not
my
in your
bio.
bio.
No,
Is the
my
books?
link to you're not, are you bright? So the link to my bio is one of my songs.
Okay, you can go and change your bio then.
For what?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, I don't have to change it. Here go my hands. Go look. I'll wait for you to realize that you just messed up again. My song source has been in my bio for years. As a matter of fact, the only thing that might be shifted now, it might be the GoFundMe. We might have changed it to the GoFundMe, but it's not the doctrine. You calling a friend? You can do that. You can call a friend. I would probably call a friend too. would, because you know, yeah, when the limitation is there. You call a friend. It's like, you want to call a friend? Yeah, I'll call a friend. I remember back in the day, getting cooked. What's wrong with teaching his doctrine? Is you're not understanding the point. The point is they make statements and they don't understand what they're saying, so they run with rhetoric, and we wrap them up because you have to be right and exact. So when you say something, you have to be right and exact. You got to know what it is you're actually saying. You can't say somebody saying, "I don't believe what Dr. York teaches," means they're denying Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Dr. York talk, don't believe it. See, people little. It's like I come from a whole different background. I'm just showing you an example of it. Why they be, see, the little ones don't be knowing, but the big one be paying attention to all that. Go ahead, you done with your friend?
That's actually work. I ain't got no friends, man. You see me every time on my load. I'm pretty sure y'all see my page. Nobody
Nah,
there.
I never saw your page, but I did see somebody sent me the video. That's how we got here.
I'm sure they did. It hurt your feelings is what I'm getting at. You're just
No,
emotional. That's
no,
it.
you can. Well, if this is what you're observing and that's your reality, I'll allow you to have that. You can communicate ideas without being emotional. As a matter of fact, religion and emotion is why people think they have the truth. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean it's the truth. You may feel, oh, I got him. He's denying Dr. York. I said this same thing a million times before going on that little person Bando Lando's live. All throughout my life, because that's what I was taught to say.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to get understanding. You said you don't believe him, and that's true. And you say
Okay.
you don't follow him because you want to walk beside. I heard that, but I never heard you said you don't follow his doctrine, that you have your own, and I never seen
I
your own.
never
That's
said
why.
I have my own doctrine.
Okay, so what doctrine do you follow? What are you teaching people
I
then?
don't follow a doctrine.
This is what I'm
And
questioning. What are you teaching people then? If you don't follow his
okay.
doctrine, what's your doctrine?
I don't have a
Because that's
doctrine.
why Lando brought you on. He calling you
Hey, bro, do
false
you want
one.
the answer or do you want to keep
No,
bouncing around?
listen. You steady cutting me off because I'm making a point. Now
You just asked a question.
stop getting emotional with me, dude. I ain't the one to do it with.
You just
So
asked a question.
literally,
Then you,
he called you false one because you don't follow in this doctrine. So you claiming to be a teacher, right? So what are you teaching these people then? Because that's what he said, and I'm seeing it. Actions. I'm going by actions, not words. So
let
what
me
is
know
your
what.
doctrine?
Let me know on my shit when I could talk. You let me know.
Go
You asked
ahead.
me a question, and I'm
Well,
about
you
to answer
invited
it.
me
But
on. This is like calling me for an
do you
interview, and
want
I
me to answer the question? But I'm not used to this. I have very intellectual
clearly.
conversations on a day-to-day basis. That means we get to a point. We figuring out what the point is. We get to it, and we ain't finna wallow about it.
Me
You
too.
asked me a question. Do you remember what your question was?
What is your doctrine? Because false one, it means that you are not teaching true information. So what is your doctrine since you don't follow Malachi's that you said on the video?
Okay, I don't have a doctrine. However,
Okay, case closed.
all right. Okay.
What else is it to talk about, man? Because I don't be in, this is why I be by myself. 90% of y'all, like you said, really 98% of y'all, is not emotional intelligent. So how are you intelligent? You're not. If you can't
Emotionally
control, if you
intelligent.
can't, emotional, however you want to say it, your emotions is not having an intelligence, what is being
You didn't let me
so
finish
presented.
answering the question. You know that, right?
What is
And
your doctrine?
your question was loaded. No, you asked a loaded
No, I'm
question.
saying what is your doctrine because your false one teaching is what
You
Lando
just see
said.
that's the thing. When you say what is your doctrine and then you put a statement on top of it,
So what is your
I know
doctrine?
you
You
probably
you
would have got
answered it. You
roasted.
said you don't have one. So what are you
Okay,
teaching
yeah, I don't
people?
have meaning. I don't have. Let me help you understand because I know sometimes when someone
Okay,
says a
clear that
statement,
up.
when you
Thank you.
lack context, you start making up things in your
We
brain.
moving on. Go ahead with the answer. I'm
Okay, I
listening.
don't have a doctrine of my own. Meaning, I'm not even here to make a doctrine. That's not something that I was put to the task of doing. However, I point people to Dr. Malachi Z. York's work, of course, because I think it's interesting. And I think if they think it's interesting, then they should figure out whether or not it works and put Dr. York up to the test. Don't just believe him because he says he's this, Y, and Z. No, go and see whether or not he is. There's no way for you to use it, and that's not information that's useful for you. But when you find something that you can use, you apply, okay, it worked. I found out that a lot of things work, and that's what I push. I teach people
That's
to go
how it
and
works.
check things
That's
out.
true. That's
And I
true. That's
don't
true.
just tell people to check out Dr. York's work. I tell people to check out everybody's work, including the people who I say are full of hot squash. We still go and check out whether or not they are. I tell people, just because you hear me say Rashad Jamal is full of hopscotch, that don't mean you got to believe it. Why you got to be so offended because I'm saying this person is making up DEA? You can still believe DEA.
I don't back nobody. That's what I'm saying. I'm not backing nobody. It's my word. Like I said, I'm my own man. So this is why I posted videos making my own statements off of your. I listen to you, like I'm saying. I learn a lot from everybody.
Hold
Life
on,
is my
stop,
master.
stop, stop, stop. And
So
don't
like
ever
I
get locked
said,
up and put in no interrogation room. All right, check this out. Do you think Bando Lando is the
never
Lord?
get caught. And
Do you
what
think
was
do you think Bando Lando is the Lord?
let me think. Let me think about this. Before I answer that, it says that second Christ. Do you believe in the second coming of Christ?
I'll answer after you answer. I
Well,
promise.
this is a part of my answer. Do you believe in the second coming of Christ? Because you say you study all religions, you speak all
I'll
languages.
answer after you answer. I just want you to answer the first question, then we can have that
So
conversation.
now my answer is yes, I believe in the second coming, and you wouldn't know who it is. So who's sounding right, which means the right tone and tune, they will have the right messages. I listen to messages and I see signs, but I also see messengers that bring me signs. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of opening up, he's giving me more clarity of scriptures of what I've been questioning. So yes, I don't see him as a Lord, but yes, I see him as a fine-tuned teacher, someone that I can listen to and learn from. A little bit better than
So do you
anybody else.
think
It's more
Bando?
than my comprehension level.
I didn't ask nothing about none of that. I said, do you think
Mhm.
Bando Lando is the Lord? Yes or no?
I don't believe that anybody is the Lord. Here to
So
tell
do
you
you
that.
think Bando Lando the Lord per your knowledge?
Uh, well, I don't. Well, you asked me on my belief, and I'd rather not state my beliefs because I don't believe in anything.
I didn't say that. I said per your knowledge. You see how you make a whole video about somebody because you can't hear. I said per your knowledge, based on your knowledge, is Bando Lando the Lord, Jesus Christ? Ja.
Well, to answer that, I've been only listening for about not even a week now. He just caught my attention when he said something, and then I went into his teaching. So as far as his teaching goes, I'm not even long enough to studying or even observing this guy. But he has shown peace. You seem more radical as the Hebrews does.
Okay, that's your third. I'm gonna do it one more time just because I like to do it. Is
Me too.
Bando Lando the Lord Jesus Christ?
Uh, you gotta ask him that because he said it. Didn't he
I'm
say it?
asking you that per your
Uh,
knowledge,
well, I
based on
just
what you.
told you. I just told you. No, I don't believe in what nobody say. They gotta show it, and actions speak louder than words,
Wait.
though.
Let's get it clear. Yes or no? Is Bando Lando per
How many
your
times do I
knowledge?
gotta say it? Do I gotta say what? How can I say no in Russian?
Just say no. Just okay. Watch this. I'm gonna show you what I need so I can get clarity. You care about my clarity, right? 'Cause I care about yours. It's
Well,
communication.
just for your secure. No, I don't. Now why?
Okay. Thank you. Well, I just want to make sure that you're paying. I'll answer your why. I just want to make sure you're paying attention because you said you don't back anybody. So it took you 4 tries to say no. Be
Okay,
careful
and why?
because
Why do you
you're
ask?
be careful. I got you. You're about 13 degrees away from backing Bando Lando for being Jesus Christ. I'm telling you that right now. And look, next time I get on his live, I'm gonna make sure I tell him that other Kindle dude does not believe you're the Lord.
You can tell them that because I'm still learning this teaching. So
Uh,
yeah, it's been people that So what has Solomon done? He denied Christ, didn't he? And then what did he do? He repented, didn't he? And that's why he was made king, wasn't he? Am I asking questions? I'm not getting answers.
I
That was
thought you was
three.
still speaking. Because Norman was like, it's this study that says 1.5 seconds. After 1.5 seconds, you can determine whether or not somebody is complete in their statement. Which is
If they
why I
got
can
a
also
fish brain.
see. I didn't stop for 1.5 seconds, and you started talking. You see, so I didn't know whether or not you wanted me to answer one of those. So when it came to Solomon denying God, I don't know why you said Christ. Why you say Christ?
Because God is Christ. You better know
Oh,
that.
okay. So you're religious. You believe in that.
Because if he made everything in his image, then why wouldn't it be? Am I God? Do you think I'm God or no?
I don't know whether or not you are.
It says in the Bible that all of us are gods. We made in his image.
What is that? What is God?
You tell me. You don't know, do you?
No, that's what I'm asking.
Well, this is why you need to study under Lando. Don't ask me, ask Lando. He's the teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not proclaiming to be phase one. You know what phase one means?
What does it mean?
Uh, uh, what phase is you in?
What phase is all of this?
Okay, so you claim to be a teacher, don't you? What are you
No,
doing
no.
all your lives? You teaching all your lives? That's why they calling you false one, because your teachings is false because you follow after somebody
Okay, real
that's
quick, stop. I want to go there. I don't care about the false one thing. I just want to deal with the
ego,
truth
man.
behind it.
You ain't got to protect that. You ain't got to
I just
protect your
said I
image,
don't
man.
care
I don't
about it. So
care
how's
about
that ego?
imagery, idols, and none of that. I don't
Let's
study
deal
none
with
of
it.
that.
Let's deal with it. Give me one thing I teach that's false.
I still ain't seen your eyes yet, man. I'm ready to end this live. If I don't get a decent morality in here,
Hey,
you
real quick
will.
before you end the live, give me one thing that I teach that's false.
I don't know because I fell off your teachings. I actually, to be honest, I really didn't learn anything.
This is the
But
perfect opportunity
I didn't
to
learn. Listen,
justify why you even keep bringing up false one. You keep bringing it up like you got a ring to it. I'm like, okay, here's the chance. Give me one thing that I teach that's false.
well, like I said, there's not a listening ear, so I couldn't tell you anything.
So then why do you keep saying that? Like you know that they're
Well,
saying it
I'm
to disrespect.
repeating what Lando said. That's why I
Yeah,
said
but you
they
keep
say
saying it, and
you're
you know
false
that
one,
that's
and
like
that's
me
what's
saying, okay, look, that's like I say, his
all
name
right.
not
We can't
Lando.
speak.
Let's
I'm
say
listening.
I say his name is Bicho Licho, and I keep saying, yeah, you know they call him Bicho Licho.
They
He a
do.
bitch. He a bitch. Bicho Licho. Bicho Lambo. Bicho Lamo. That's Bicho Lamo. If I keep saying that, right? Isn't that disrespectful? And you keep saying, I don't care if somebody said it. Hey, you know they call you a hoe. They call you a hoe. They call you a hoe. Why do you keep saying that they say that? So then I ask you, okay, you keep saying they say false one. Let's substantiate false one. Teach one or give me one thing that I teach that's false. If you
You
can't,
said, well, you said you don't teach. You don't have your own doctrine. This is why I don't never learn nothing from you. You admitted by your own mouth you have no doctrine. You don't teach, right? That's what you said, right?
I didn't say that. You just made that
So
up.
you okay? You didn't say. Well, what's your doctorate then, and what are you teaching? Let's go back to that then. How many words
Okay,
I got to say it in?
okay, let me
Do
help
I
you.
got to speak in
Let me
another?
help you to teach.
I said life is the master teacher. You better know that. Life is.
Do you
It's
think
it's
someone
no
must
man
have
that
a
can teach me about anything that created existence. You don't know how shit was created. You don't know it. Just be honest. You don't know that.
all right, I'm gonna ask it again, and I'm gonna hope we get an answer this time. Do you
It ain't
think
nothing you
so?
can ask me because you ain't teaching them. You can't ask me nothing. I'm not here to teach you, so don't ask me nothing. Ain't nothing I can
If I'm
tell you.
not teaching nothing, then how am I teaching something false?
Because you leading people to Malachi doctrine, like I said.
I'm
You
not leading
you
people.
open up his book on the live, like I said.
Yeah, I suggested people check it out. You ever suggested people check out a book?
Well, a suggestion, and also saying that this was your master and you was on the Tom Array and you was under his studies. That's that would be what you would call a sub teacher. You the sub? You the sub now? Substitute.
Listen. You can call it whatever you want to call it.
That's what it is. You a
Now,
substitute teacher there.
all right. So
Admit it.
if I'm a substitute teacher per your reasoning, what's one thing that the substitute teacher taught that's false?
You didn't teach anything. That's what I'm saying. He called you false one. I never said nothing. You said false. I said what you denied, which is true. It's what I say. It's true. I got it on video. Anybody want to go on my page? MTHKK with the underscore.
I'll put it on my
You
story
and
if you send
threes
it to
is
me.
ease. Threes is
No,
ease.
yeah, I'll just put it on my story. Just send it to
You
me. I'll
got
help
to
you.
because you got to let people know that you denied it. So you know mine is true because I
You're
have
right.
actual proof of what you
You're right.
said by mouth, and you didn't
I'm gonna,
clarify like you
I'm gonna
did
let
on this
everybody
live.
know. I got you. I'm gonna let everybody know
They
that
got to know this. They seen
I
it.
got you.
Trust me.
I'm gonna let everybody know that you're delusional.
Yeah, delusional. Not
Delusional thinking.
not of the illusion. I've been delusive.
Hmm.
Free is what it's called.
All right, real quick before you go, because I know you said I got to get up under the teaching of Band Orlando.
Now I actually got to get to work.
Yeah, I said real quick before you go. Somehow I knew you had to go. Real quick before you go, does Band Orlando speak Hebrew?
Today's language wouldn't be Hebrew for the people because it's lost language for us. If you notice, we've been stripped of everything. I don't know if you noticed, but do you have $1 million to your name right now? Can you show
So
proof?
if I'm moonwalking You doing the disco? You doing the Charleston River
Yeah, I'm
dance?
doing the boogie man. I'm doing the boogie slide is what they call it.
Because I didn't ask you none of that. I said, does he speak Hebrew?
I don't know yet. He never showed me that. I don't even think nobody even asked him that. I think
I
you
did.
did last night. Yeah. What was that, Aramaic or Hebrew? What you spoke?
It was Hebrew.
Yeah, I think the original language was Aramaic. If he's claiming to be Michael or the Lord, right? It would
Michael
be.
wouldn't be Aramaic. Michael is not. That's a translation later. It would have been Michael. Would have been Michael if it would have been spoken in that time period. And even still, I asked him did he speak it. He wasn't able.
Just want to slander somebody that's not here to speak up for themselves. Could have did this on his live. I don't know why you're doing it to me. I'm not proclaiming anything. I'm just showing true. As before the rooster crow. That's it. Peter. They call you Isaiah. I call that Peter. A disciple. You GD?
Okay.
741516. Larry Hoover King, David Barsdale, BGDN, Better Growth and Development. You under that nation of folks?
And you're 40.
Yes, sir.
You're like
Raised in the
14.
90s.
Well, look, because your age is really like
It's a
14.
unity. That's actually unity. How is that 14 when y'all probably not even born yet then? That's what that means. Y'all don't know unity yet.
Yeah. This is bullying at this point. I'm gonna let you go, family. Go ahead.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry to bully you. Y'all have a great day to the people that listen to Truth. Blessings to you, brother.
Yeah. Nah. That brother there. Hey, man. It's like, yo, bro. It's not even just the teachers. It's the people they teaching. The people they teach. They are frying these people. Right. How many times ago before y'all met me? Yeah, some of y'all done came in and got a little sharp. Now y'all got y'all pinky finger up with your tea and crumpets. You ain't start like that. That's why I had to just end it. 'Cause I could have just kept going. I'm like, man, this is not fair, bro. It ain't fair. It's like we're on two different levels. That's all I'm trying to show y'all. You folks out here talking all that stuff. We just on two different levels. And it's rare that somebody, be able to sit through you just constantly disrespecting them. That's composure. That take time too. I asked this nigga, I said, yo, I say, do Bando Lando speak Hebrew? He say, it's a lot of people that don't have the language because that's not our real language. You don't think that, do you? Do you think a language, original oregano, salt, pepper, vinegar, capers of cheese on that? I said, I didn't ask that. I didn't ask about Subway. Okay. It's like at one point you really don't know how to proceed. There's a such thing as being too intellectual for a specific conversation, and that was enduring of me, by the way. It's very enduring. Then he kept going back to it. You denied it for the 3 times for the rooster crow. Like, I don't have roosters around me. But that's the thing. But notice he said he don't back nobody. Then he said, you need to get up under the teaching of Bandolette. But he realized I called him. His spirit realized it. His spirit was trying to urge him out of it. He couldn't hear his own spirit. His own psyche tried to speak up on behalf of he. When I asked him, oh, you don't back nobody, huh? Okay. Is Bando Lando the Christ? Well, I've been working on the railroad. I didn't ask about your occupation. I've been working. Huh? I didn't ask about your reservation. Tell you something. You saw that video where the little boy was being asked about chocolate on the boat? It was like that. I wasn't on the boat. No, listen. You're on the boat, chocolate, banana. Which one you eat first? Well, I don't have a boat. It's like, nigga. Nick, you really think? But the scary part, they think they're cooking, and I want to diagnose that. I know it's psychosis. He might be suffering from grandiosity because a lot of people I know everybody saw. I know everybody saw my page. I'm sure just about nobody knows who he is. But that's grandiosity. He might be dealing with some narcissistic tendencies. The projection of everybody else has an ego problem is most likely an ego problem. Yeah, I could diagnose it, but it take a lot of time to diagnose all these people, man. And then it's really sad. I don't even feel like that's why I say this shit is bullying. It's bullying now. It's not fun. It's like shooting somebody running away. It's like that's not fun. You know what I mean? He was focused on who was committed. He was focused on what you was saying. Oh, who commented? I promise you just looking for clout. Look, I don't mind giving people clout. That's the difference. I'll give you some clout, but it's like people gonna remember you for how you came. Like, so when you show up, you better be ready. I'll give you. I ain't worried about that. My thing is to show people examples of where we are. Remember, I told y'all 2-3 years ago, damn near. You ain't gonna be able to reach back and grab these folk. Think about it. A nigga in a trailer who don't even have the power, none of that stuff. He talking about he got the power, but they won't give him power. A nigga in a trailer up under somebody else's rulership is telling us he's God. And he's on the phone yelling at us that he's God and we need to help him because he's God, so send him some money. And he got disciples living in a trailer with him, and they call him the Lord. But, you know, these stories describe this type of stuff. You're supposed to be able to test these people. So he the Lord, what miracles? What miracles? Lords do miracle shit. What miracles? That is not no miracle that you in a trailer on somebody's land. You see? But they following him. People really believe this man is Jesus Christ. Or Jah. Or Melchizedek. All that stuff. And they following him. They had stuff to say about Dr. Malachi York claiming these things. But Dr. Malachi York was able to show and prove certain things. These niggas ain't showing and proving. They're not doing anything spectacular. Where is Bando Lando's scripture? He had somebody reading Titus the other day. He couldn't remember it. If you're God, why do you have them reading the scripture? You should just be like, and I wrote at X, Y, and Z point, verse this, this, and this, this, and this. Nigga had to wait 7 minutes. That was embarrassing. God had to wait 7 minutes to remember what the fuck he wrote. And he's God. You see what I'm saying? That's embarrassing. I expect a human being to go through something like that, but not human being to go through something like that, but not the Lord Jesus Christ or the Lord Yahweh or Yah or Jah or any of these. And he in a trailer with his non-Hebrew speaking ass saying everybody else's doctrine is false. But then you get put to the test to see if you even have doctrine in place, and you don't. There's no doctrine, but you're saying there is. That's sad. He said he intelligent but driving a truck. You can drive a truck while being intelligent. What the hell is that supposed to mean? And no one who explains spiritual mathematics. Oh, spiritual mathematics. What is spiritual mathematics? It's just mathematics. Intelligent motherfucker would have drivers. No, you can drive and be intelligent. What did York prove miraculously out of curiosity? What did he prove miraculously? Well, I wasn't there to witness the miracles that people say he did. However, I've witnessed my own. And that's not to say I know what they are and where they come from. But I witnessed my own miracles or signs that align with his teachings. So I think that's interesting because I'm one of the skeptical ones. I don't believe nobody. But that's how I was birthed. I don't believe him. So for me to see the green light, how I saw the green light appear in the sky on June 26th at 12 a.m., which is his birthday and his birth time, I think it's possible that we might be dealing with a multidimensional man. Do I know all of the answers? No. Do I know how? No. And I'm okay with not knowing that. That's a part of my journey. Am I going to claim that he's multidimensional? Well, there are multiple ways you could say he's multidimensional because of all the different things he's done in his lifetime thus far. Part of that multidimensionality would be Phase one, Omari, because I never met him physically, personally. Then somebody was like, you didn't even meet him. And same nigga was like, you didn't even meet him. That had nothing to do with being able to study what somebody taught and apply it. So I didn't experience the miracles firsthand. Some people say they did. They experienced them do different things. Some people say they experienced him levitate. Somebody said they saw him disappear and turn into a ball of purple light, shoot out into the atmosphere. People say all kinds of things. I wasn't there. I don't believe them. However, I do like to hear about it because of the experiences I have in my life where I can't explain it. And I'm sure certain things might happen in nature where you really can't explain that shit and you be telling people the truth and it just sounds unbelievable, meaning it sounds like it can't be true. So I just don't believe it. That don't mean it's not true. It's just that simple. That's why I tell people, test him out. Test Dr. York too. Don't believe what he's saying. He could be a mastermind of deception. However, my experience is that he's not. But that's my experience. What will make me different if I'm just telling you, man, you got to follow him. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, then you will never be able to wake up. No. I say, check him out. See what he about. See what the information does for you. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, that shit was crazy. That's sad. But yeah, I got work to do. I got to finish this album. I got 3 songs to record real quick. Then I got a studio session tomorrow. Me and Sunday got an album coming. Yeah. Whoa. I got a question. Why do y'all believe Dr. York? I don't believe Dr. York. He told me don't believe him. So I don't believe him. I say he got some interesting teachings, some mysterious occurrences surrounding him, meaning his life and how things occurred for him and how he got to where he is, meaning not physically present. I mean, his level of intellectual prowess and all of that. I think that's worth looking into. I don't believe him. And in the process, because he trained and taught his people who walked with him not to believe, my parents passed it on to me. And I listened to him say the same thing and teach the same thing. I don't believe none of y'all niggas. That saved my life. So Dr. Malachi York saved my life through his teaching. Because I'd be one of these niggas in a car or in a truck, headphones on my head, talking about a nigga that's somewhere in a trailer with gray hair and a knot on his head. It's the Lord Jesus Christ. And not even seeing the irony of this nigga done literally bumped his head. Literally bumped his head. How do you overcome writer's block? Start by, okay, get you a line, sheet of paper. Get you a sheet of line paper. Get you a pen. On the first line, write a word. On the second line, write a word. On the third line, write a word. And each line that you're writing the word on, make it rhyme. So you write the word B, then you write the word C, then you write the word glee, tree, me, we, thee, she, he, me. All right, write that all the way throughout that sheet of paper and then go back through. And what you might want to do is put it on the right side. So don't start on the left side. Put the word all the way on the right side. You go back all the way through and you write words in the front of that word. So if you put B as your first word, put it all the way to the right. I was walking in the park and I saw a bee. If the tree was the next word, the bee was flying all around the tree. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't lose. So if you're dealing with writer's block, especially if you're talking about artistry, music, start with the last word, put it at the right, all the way on the right of your page. And then go all the way down the page, on the right side of the page, writing out rhyming words. And then go back through to the top line and fill it in. No matter what you say is going to rhyme, just make it make sense. Now you got a storyline because the words were going to rhyme anyway, and your brain is going to take a different route. You're going to reroute your brain. What do you do when you're driving and there's a block in the road? You reroute. There you go. Yep, trying it right now. Okay, tell me how it works. You see what I'm saying? Come up with different methods to get the information out that you want to express. All right. Sunday and myself, we're going to finish this album tomorrow. I ain't came up with no name for it yet. She ain't came up with no name for it yet. We don't got no name yet. But the shit hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. So far, the 4 songs we got is hard. We're gonna do 9 songs. And then we gonna drop it and make videos and stuff like that to promote it. So if y'all looking forward to that, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. No, I don't use a thesaurus. I used to read the thesaurus, dictionary, and encyclopedia when I was younger. I don't want to name it no name. But I know the shit gonna come to it, especially when we get toward the last songs. We got a 6-hour session tomorrow. We're gonna finish this shit. I know the name gonna come. I thought of a few names, but I really slip on her name and see what she come up with. It's gonna be hard though. I'm in isolation right now, so I'm damn near locked up until tomorrow. But it's cool, 'cause I got work to do. I mean, y'all want to see it, y'all can see it, shit. Y'all let me know y'all can still hear me. Y'all can hear me? I finished the album, twin. Then I gotta finish our album. Then I got some more albums to finish. I got some more shit to finish. A lot of stuff to finish. Y'all can hear me? Shit, you can see it. Shit, what you doing? Working? What about you? Live review at 9 p.m. Need that feature. All right, I'm gonna put my cash out because I got 1 slot left. Sign you. Send me some music. Send me your post. I got 1 slot left for the dude, Drew Delton. Go ahead, hit that cash out, send 50, and then text my phone or DM me. I'll remember. But there's only 1 slot left, so I'm only talking about bro. Everybody else, if you want to hit that cash out, you can. You can do that for the to support the session tomorrow. We got that studio session tomorrow, so y'all can help with that. It's gonna be $500, but I paid I think $150 already. So if y'all want to help with that, that's cool. Get this shit done. Test. 1, 2, test. Where the output at? I always wanted to fly with the birds. Yeah, we in there. With the birds. You've been liking my stuff. I don't remember your name. Mr. Misdemeanor. Mr. Misdemeanor? I've learned to hear over the noise. I've learned to hear over the noise. All right, that's probably gonna be too loud too, because that's right up on the mic. I've learned to hear over the noise. 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 The noise. High from the noise. The noise. Oh shit. The noise. Can almost get me. Yo, what's down?
Peace, God. Yo, I was asking you, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about the AI shit?
How I feel about it.
Yeah, cause I was on YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
I went on YouTube and I kind of like scrolled on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And they had a whole fucking Drake album. I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, wait a minute, and the whole shit was AI.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, damn, like what the fuck? How you feel? How you feel about? How you feel about? I got three questions, right? So that's the first one. How you feel about that? How you feel about that?
Talking about AI. I
Yeah,
don't really have no feeling about AI.
like I'm talking about the AI that's like making the music and it sounds so realistic as the artist.
I think I wrote a book called "Is the Computer God." It was back in like 2020, maybe 2021, around that time, maybe 2022. But I wrote the book and I was explaining because we had a lot of conversations on Clubhouse where people were saying that the AI can't have a soul.
Hmm.
They think it's impossible. But I told them, I said, nah, if they can calculate emotions, if they can learn how to calculate what it means to have emotions, as long as they keep building these models of robots, as they call it, an AI that become humanoid, then yeah, they will be able to calculate themselves and to be able to experience emotion.
Basically,
So
basically you saying if you integrate the technology into like robotics, that's what you're saying.
if you program your child to go out and figure out how to start a business, chances are they will, if you program them to. Now you have to deal with all the other things, like you got environmental factors and stuff like that. Who's raising
No,
them?
no, no,
Who
no,
they
no. I guess what I want to know is like, how do you feel about the effects of it on the art? Like we artists, right? Like we create
hmm
music, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? But I was
hmm
curious, like, how do you feel about the effect it'll have on maybe trying to grow an audience or put out an album? Because I was listening to this shit and I'm like, yo, the shit was fire. Like I can't even front. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And it evoked that emotion. Like it evoked the emotion that I would feel as if a real person had wrote those lyrics.
Yeah.
Right? So what's your take on it?
It's numbers. They figured out a way to calculate themselves. Understanding music notation, that's just numbers. They calculated it. I think AI don't have it's what you're able to do with it. Like it's a tool, so it doesn't have the dominion over anything. It doesn't move on its own in that regard, unless you program it to. And that's the case.
I got
Here's
it.
what I think. I think
No,
human beings eventually, if it hasn't already started, will start, one, being concerned about it, and two, they will be competing with artificial intelligence, artificial unconscious artists, human beings, workers,
mm-hmm,
all kind of stuff. I think
mm-hmm.
that a part of the integration with human beings and technology and the AI level is meaning that human beings will eventually be ruled out of the conversation if they're not dynamic on their own. Now, I think AI can't fuck with me.
AI can't fuck with me neither. That's a fact. No, that's a
Yeah,
fact. I bet. All right, bet. We on the same page there. Okay. Second question, right?
yeah.
The guy who's the guy look like J. Cole, but he from New Orleans?
You talking about D1?
Yeah.
No, but
Because I seen some of I seen some of your AI videos, right? You
well, I
know
beat him
punching
up.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you feel like? And this was a conversation I had I had asked him, right? They brought me on the live. It was me, him, and my son. We was on the live and we was talking. And
Mm,
I asked him, I was like, damn, why do you always criticize the artists but never criticize the people behind the scenes who own the record labels?
hmm
Like the the Lucien Grants and the Sergey Brins, the Larry Page, the culture vultures, right? Do you feel that those people may be industry plants, or what's your take on that? What was your whole thing behind that? Because I seen all those things, right? Like I seen the Dr. Umar Johnson joint, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I beat all
Yeah,
their ass.
yeah, no, for sure. You know what I mean?
hmm
So question,
hmm
question. Why didn't you throw me in there in that group? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why wasn't I in that category? And then the second thing is, do you feel these people are like, what do you like? What's your take on them as a
Well, the
as a
honest answer of why I didn't throw you in there, 'cause I forgot. I couldn't think of your name.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, you didn't come to mind, so I can't see why you would need a series.
Right,
Uh,
for sure.
but I look at the people who have, no disrespect. I look at the influential people who have influenced people in such a way that it led them to psychosis, and I don't see
Mm.
you doing that.
No, hell no.
I
That's
see
a
you
fact.
talking about a lot of stuff, but the stuff you talk about, a lot of people have spoke about already. I don't think it led people to psychosis or it formed some type of cult where people can no longer break out of it, and it's affecting people's genes and it's affecting our community in a negative way. Rashad Jamal, I saw that happen. You know what I'm saying? The Billy Carsons, 19 Keys, I saw that happen. Nature Boy, I saw that happen. Umar Johnson, I saw that happen. Some people, depending on whether they're under the Marcus Garvey or Honorable Elijah Muhammad or a few different groups of people that are coming out here pushing certain rhetorics, where if you aren't able to grow beyond it, you will end up trapped. And then they sprinkle it with spiritualism and spookism, and then they get deeper and deeper. So I haven't seen you done that, maybe, or seen you do that. Maybe I just haven't watched your stuff enough to call out, oh, nah, this ain't it. But I haven't seen you do that. I've heard we've had conversation, but I don't think just because I disagree with somebody,
Oh yeah, for sure,
that I need to beat them up in AI. So yeah, that's the answer to that. I haven't seen you do enough damage to the community. Well, I haven't seen you do any damage to the community. I've seen you express your thoughts. So I wouldn't see a reason to even make a video about Smart Guy the Rapper.
No, for sure. No, I think, I think, and I wanted to have this conversation with you publicly, right? But I feel like it's unfortunate, but I feel like we deal with so much, like we dealing with white supremacy, right? So anytime we have somebody that comes through that moves the needle forward, I don't know if they get attacked. I don't know if they know how to. Because when I look at, I don't know if you've seen any of Young Pharaoh's earlier stuff. He was very sharp early on.
Yeah, because he was copying Dr. York.
Okay.
And then, yeah, he had a lot. He even said that, though, on one of the videos where he was slandering Dr. Malachi York. He said, yeah, I was talking about a lot of the Anunnaki and non-ether because I was a 5%er. 5%er didn't teach that. That wasn't that was Dr. Malachi York's teachings. So a lot of the 76 trillion years, even though you did have the NOI, they would talk about 72 trillion years. I understand that. But all that non-ether, the Anunnaki, all the stuff that he was speaking about, he got it straight out of Dr. Malachi York's book. He knew who Dr. Malachi York was.
Yeah, but if
somebody challenged him on that, go ahead.
But if we get it, like, okay, so for me, I got a lot of my information from studying Khalid Muhammad, George Jackson, studying psychology, right? Like,
yeah.
Why is it that we discredit the inspiration that inspires us to add value to our culture, right? Like, because sometimes it's like frowned upon, right? Like every black man, every black intellectual that's a man has to be immaculate conception, right? It's like we inspire each other. If you watch enough of my videos, you're gonna learn from me. I'm watching your videos, I'm gonna learn from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we got to do better in terms of making it more acceptable for us to say, well, okay, where you got this information? If you got this from Elijah Muhammad, if you got this from Dr. York, if you got this from, Broader, because he had the T. Broader files, right? Wherever you got your information from, you got it from a black man. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Okay, that wasn't your point, though. Your point was that he was sharp in the beginning.
No. I know, but I'm saying, like, a lot of people, like, I feel like, I get that. What I'm saying is a lot of people, not saying you, but I'm saying, like, for me looking at it, right? It's like this thing where we get so caught up on debating each other as opposed to finding a common thread and saying, okay, look, how do we find commonalities in our perspectives and use those commonalities as a justification for collaboration to push the culture forward?
All right, so I just want to make sure we're clear, because you remember, hold on one second. You were saying that the dude was sharp in the beginning.
Yeah, he was sharp in the beginning, and you said
okay,
that's
I was just telling you why, from my observation.
Why he was sharp.
Yeah, why he was sharp in the beginning.
Right. So what I'm saying.
So now the brothers are out there challenging. I remember this back around like 2017. You can hear me?
Yeah. You saying something about 2017?
Yes, back in 2017, that's why I graduated. So long story short, the brothers were challenging Pharaoh or Marshall, right? The brothers who followed Dr. Malachi York, or students of Dr. Malachi York. They were like, yo, that's our doctrine. Let's see if you really know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, he got irritated and upset because a lot of the attention was going toward Dr. York. They were showing up, challenging him with the things he was saying. So he made the slander videos against Dr. York. But now that you done slander Dr. York, how you gonna come out and teach non-ether? How you gonna come out here and teach all the stuff you were saying that came out of his book? So he started to do his little online university thing, and he just started teaching what the white folks teaching him at universities.
Yeah, but so this is what I'm saying. Why is it always this? This is what I feel. And
I've learned to hear over the noise. The noise, the noise, the never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over. Never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over. Heard you been in the loop. That don't look good on you. That don't look good.
than who, or who can do research better than who. Well, and just apply all the shit until whatever works.
You might be intelligent enough to understand that. They're not. That's what I'm saying. Because when we do that, we have to apply the same reasoning to why they attacked Dr. Malachi York, the one who did what you're saying, and show people how to do what you're saying.
Didn't they say? Well, you might know better than me, right? Because didn't they say he was like molesting kids or some shit like that?
They did say that. They never proved that.
Okay, because that's a
So
big,
watch this. Hold on before you continue, before you keep going. Regardless of the accusations, we're gonna jump over the formula of what I just said. He showed how to do what you're saying. We're not gonna not do it because someone got accused.
No.
Hold on,
Listen.
wait. I want one more thing.
Okay.
If he got accused, whether they think he's innocent or guilty, he locked up and been locked up for 24 years. Yet he did it. He gave us a language, nation, culture, way of life, a constitution. You know anybody gave us a constitution? We have our own constitution. And people have had 24 years to do that. Not to believe whether or not he's innocent or guilty. It don't have nothing to do with it. What did they do with the 24 years he's been locked up?
Well, I think, and just in my perspective, right? I feel like I'm definitely for separating the message from the
I asked a
messenger.
question.
Hold on. You cut me off though. I'm definitely for separating the message from the messenger. But I think just for me per se, if someone is accused of something like that and it's not completely clear, I'm not going to associate with it. That's just me, right?
You don't have to associate with it. What about the formula? So
Right. This is why I said. This is why I said I'm down for separating the mess. Like I don't agree with the Nation of Islam, right? But I do because I feel like they work with the government to kill Malcolm. I feel the type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally, right? So I never really got with the Nation because it was just too. It just made me feel some type of way. I feel like they backdoored Malcolm and dismantled Khalid Muhammad's approach. But I feel like what they did in terms of building community, I'm for that, right? Like I could focus on. It's the same thing with Elijah Muhammad, right? Because he got accused of impregnating all these girls. Like he actually impregnated all these girls. So it's like I didn't fuck with that neither. But the message,
Wait,
sure.
why you say that? Why you say he actually impregnated all these girls?
Because that's what actually happened.
Were you there?
That's what actually happened.
Were you there? How you know?
But listen, check it. That's what actually happened.
How do you know? You just said that about Elijah
because the
Muhammad.
girls because the girls who pregnant came forth and had babies. So where the babies came from? They just and his own son, his son said said it was true. So listen.
Okay, Jacob York said it was true about Dr. York.
So listen what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm giving you an example of somewhere where I disagree with the messenger.
And I'm giving you an example of how we just look what you just did. You said he did get them girls pregnant. How you know?
Well, he did though.
How you know?
That's like saying, how do I know Malcolm X was shot? I wasn't there.
You know Malcolm X was shot. Malcolm X is dead. You go get the death certificate.
Right. So the girl. So basically, I'm going off of interviews that I saw. I could be directly. I'm going off interviews I saw. I'm going off the conversations his son said. I'm going off what Malcolm X said out of his own mouth. Right. So
you're going off your hearsay.
And then, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I respect it.
Absolutely. And it's just like there's some validity to the hearsay because this is what people are saying that's closest to him. So if they're lying, and he didn't deny, I don't want to misquote Elijah Muhammad, but he didn't deny not having the wives. Like he didn't deny it neither. So so what I'm saying is I'm giving you an example, like you said, we can separate the message from the messenger. So I gave you an example of a messenger that I may be in disagreement with, but I agree with the message. So even though I see some imperfections in the messenger, right?
You only see a hearsay. You ain't see the imperfection. What imperfection did you see in Elijah Muhammad?
Say it again.
What imperfection did you see in Elijah Muhammad? Not in the hearsay.
What?
What imperfection did you see in Elijah Muhammad? I'm with.
Well, this is the point that I'm saying. I don't want to talk more about that. I'm just giving you an example of somebody that I disagree with. I'm going off hearsay because the people that said it, I respect. So I respect Malcolm X. I value Malcolm X. So if Malcolm X is saying something, I'm gonna believe it to be true because I respect him as a man and his word. So that's just what it is, right? So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with you back and forth of Elijah Muhammad this and I don't disagree. I don't agree with him as a person. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But that's just how I feel. And if I got to that opinion by he say, she say, which I did, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with
Okay,
that as
cool.
well.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we're clear. All right,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
All right. So I feel like I feel like I feel like what we gotta do is find a way to where it's not this intellectual competition all the time where everybody just want to be the smartest person. Everybody just wants to be the end all be all when it's going to take us form as a village to overcome all the opposition that we deal with.
All right, so check this out. Dr. York been locked up for 24 years. Where's the village?
What do you mean, where's the village?
Where's that? He been locked up 24 years. Do we
I
have
don't
our
think
own language as a people?
I don't listen, but let me tell you something. I was talking about having a language. I never even heard it. A Dr. York,
Did
right?
you
Like,
do it?
listen, I've been trying to figure out. Let me tell you something. Everything ain't for Instagram Live, but let me just say this. I've been trying to figure out. I've spoke about this years ago, and I never even heard of Dr. York even doing this, right? So, I think the village. I think we have the potential to create a village. I think we have the potential to do these things, and I think we have to start to get more goal orientated about doing it and finding the brothers and sisters who want to do it and not just compete and go at each other when it's time to actually do it. So that's
You telling
what
me this?
we having a conversation. I'm just telling you how I think, my perspective.
You know I'm asking you telling me this because 24 years have already passed, bro. If they were gonna do it, all y'all out there, all y'all, how old are you? I'm only 27.
Yeah. But so
Now I'm saying, how old are you?
hold on. I'd rather not say how old I am. But what does this is, and again, that's your perspective. I respect it, right? So I think like this for
What's
myself,
my
right?
perspective? Real quick, what's my perspective?
What you just saying, you're sharing your perspective. If it's been 20 something years has passed, 20 something years has passed, it didn't happen yet. So I'm assuming you're saying that it's never gonna happen.
No, I said it hasn't happened.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen.
You can't overlook Dr. York because he did it.
I'm not me. Listen, I just told you, I'm not overlooking nobody.
I'm not
I'm
saying you. I'm saying one. One cannot overlook Dr. York because he did it.
right. I don't think we can overlook Dr. York. I don't think we can overlook Elijah Muhammad. I don't think we can
Elijah
overlook.
Muhammad didn't do it.
Listen, I don't think we can overlook Elijah Muhammad. I don't think we can overlook Marcus Garvey. I don't think we
Elijah
can.
Muhammad didn't do it. Neither did Marcus Garvey. Only
No,
one
but
person
Marcus.
did it.
But you got your perspective, right? So
Okay, let's talk about it. What are we saying? What are we saying being done so I can make sure I'm
it's,
clear on what you're saying?
I'm saying what I feel needs to be done,
All right,
and
what
then
is the basis?
looking at. I'm saying what needs to be done, and then looking at all of our brothers and sisters that got shit done before us. So what I like about Marcus Garvey is Marcus Garvey got boats. So he got boats, so that can get us to import export. So we think about boats and planes. what I like about Elijah Muhammad and the NOI, they got brothers off crack. They got brothers off dope. They those dope, cured those dope diseases. Okay. So that's what I like about that and what they were able to do in terms. Little did I do know about Dr. York. If you're saying that he created an actual language, right? Then I like the fact that he created a language. And now, how do we use what our brothers did before as inspiration to what we can do now? And what I feel what we need to have now is we need to have our own institutions, our own financial institutions, our own armies, our own banks, our own police departments, essentially our own nation. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Dr. York did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Dr. York did that. So we have to look at the formula. I'm not saying you disregard all the rest of the people you're talking about. Most people know about them people you're talking about. And here's the issue. We were talking about all them people, even in school, and none of that inspired us to build a nation.
But I get it. But what I'm saying is this, right? Where you at? I can't see you. You want to get me on the ceiling, man?
Yeah, I got my phone on the charger.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you saw it pause, but I had to put my phone on the charger.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's not comfortable to hold it with the charger.
Okay, I got you. So what I looked at was maybe I'm wrong because I seen a video and they said that he had like a village or whatever, and then they ran into the village and they arrested him and they everybody was in compliance and there was no resistance. So I don't think you can run into the White House and get Donald Trump to lay face flat on the floor.
You can. I wouldn't advise it.
I don't think, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, let's take it into perspective, right? The White House is heavily armed.
This is what I'm saying. So I think what's always missing from our institutions is the security aspect to it. So
watch what I'm saying. I didn't get to finish. The White House is heavily armed, and those men are trained to kill, right? And the men that are trained to kill are attached to more men who are trained to kill. They have more men, more technology, more barbaric nature, and they will kill. And they will train others, regardless of the race, to do the same.
Well, the white man is actually the minority. He's not the majority. So
I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about military soldiers.
Right. I'm talking about white people because those same black and brown military soldiers have the white consciousness, have the slave consciousness.
There were brown or black federal agents involved.
Of course.
Were black. Okay, so I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about.
So how do we? Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if we have such different perspectives that you could come across that maybe you being combative. I'm talking to you now, trying to pick your brain about like, okay, well,
and I'm giving you the answers.
All right. Okay. So how do we? It's coming across a little combative, just slightly. Maybe I'm bugging.
No, I'm firm, so I can understand why you say that. I come from when we have a conversation, we could talk firmly. I thought you were from like New York or something too.
No. I get it. I get it. I don't mind that. I just want to make sure that at the end of the conversation, we reach some type of an understanding that we can add some type of value to our people.
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, okay, we have this thing called social media. We have these influencers that are out there. It seems like, and because I saw the videos, I saw the AI beat up videos, right? And I've had an interaction with every person that you made a video with, right? And I've met every single one of them in person except Nature Boy. But I had an interaction with Nature Boy years ago that went viral, and we had a conversation, and I was checking him about how he moves and all other weirdo shit he was doing. What I feel like a lot of us don't feel like we gotta find a better way to communicate and talk to each other and leverage our movements and try to maybe put it together. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anything's possible.
Hold on. Yeah. So how do you feel? How do we go from being in such disagreements to getting all our brothers focused on a central theme of ownership, community
You got to look
violation?
at who did it. You have to be able to look at the example of who did it. Dr.
Mhm.
Malachi York did it, so we have to look at the example. Simple. We have to study what he did. Well, all this talk for 24 years, you got people on here like a dude named Jupiter Gita with his big face in the camera, asking what he built for the communities of people. And he said he came up under Dr. York and then found out it was, it was trash and it wasn't true. Okay, cool. After you found out it wasn't trash, it was trash and it wasn't true, what did you do? Or now is that your excuse? Dr.
What
York
what
wasn't
what
right. So because
what
Dr.
what
York
what
wasn't right, you don't produce nothing?
what I don't want to go back and forth with people in the comments. I know I'm doing stuff, right? Like I know I'm actually doing stuff, right? So, and some of the adversity that I'm met with is why I'm talking to you when I'm talking to you, right?
All right.
Because when
So then
so
what are you planning?
right, so I'm trying to figure out how do we create these maybe virtual town hall meetings where we pull our money together and say, well, okay, we don't like that this block is extremely violent. How can we start an independent security company, use the community to finance the security company to make this block and this hood better?
Okay. Well, you have to study or watch after the example of someone who's done it before, or you have to innovate new ways.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So it sounds like you're big on Dr. York, right? So if you're
No,
big on,
I'm not just big on Dr. York. I'm big on accountability. And we
okay,
must be accountable for the fact that many people can talk about Dr. York in any way, positive or negative,
yeah,
yet not one person has replicated the works yet. I'm big on
right.
the works of Dr. York.
Okay. So if you're, this is okay, you're big on the works of it. I don't want to play words and man. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
no, listen, please don't undermine what I said because
I'm not,
that's where we have to
I'm
listen.
not,
I answered that. I said I'm not big on Dr. York alone. I'm big on the works. We're not even just talking about Dr. York. When I brought up Dr. York, you asked about accusations. Y'all want to talk about men. I want to speak about the works of men.
okay. So listen. So let's move the conversation forward. If you're taking a page out of Dr. York's book because you're big on the works of Dr. York, right? What
Mhm.
page are you taking out for us to talk about creating our own security institutions or agencies in our community?
Can you ask it a different way when you're saying what page am I taking out? I don't really understand the question.
If Dr. York was asked to create a security organization in a tough neighborhood to community police this area in this neighborhood, what would his approach be?
He did it. It was called Ansar Allah. He took the Islamic approach. He cleaned up the streets. They gave him the key to the city. He took people off crack. He took people off drugs. He taught people true doctrine, meaning doctrine that helps you find the truth for yourself, not believe in anybody. It
So
cleared up
basically,
things. It got people, and some of those same people, like my father, some of those same people are the Ansars, the elders right now, I can call them today. They started off in the street, some of these people, and they cleaned themselves up and were able to secure that whole environment to the point where even the mob had a problem with Dr. York
so
because
so
they,
so
they, they couldn't work
so
off their men no more. Go ahead.
okay, so basically here's what I'm proposing that we do, right? Because the police department in New York City, 45 to maybe 50% of their funding comes from taxpayers' dollars, right? So I'm proposing we create a subscription-based business model where the people in the community can pay a subscription fee to finance security in the neighborhood, right? And say, well, okay, when you guys in New York, there was a club called the Tunnel back in the day, right? And it was a very aggressive, violent club. They had one of the most toughest security teams in New York history, and they had no problems ever in that club at all, right? Um, and these brothers only works for maybe $150, $200 a night, right? So how do we create a subscription-based business model where the people that live in the community can pay, and then that money goes towards hiring a security detail to canvas and community police the neighborhood?
Okay. So one approach is going in and interfacing with the people directly. Even if it was religious in nature, dealing with people face to face, hand to hand. Another approach is taking a digital route of allowing for people to finance their own security without necessarily having to get boots on the ground.
Mhm.
Both approaches can work. We can't rule out the other.
Okay, next question, right? Next question. I got two more questions, and then, well, I got a couple more questions, then I'm done. How do we get the financing? How do we as influence, like myself as an influencer, how do we monetize, make enough money to take care of ourselves, right? And not get looked at a con artist because you want to take care of yourself, but also help your people. And because you need to make money, it doesn't mean that you're only about money.
Oh, okay. What kind of car do you drive?
I got 5 cars.
All right. Give 4 of them away. Liquidate them. Keep 1 car. Is your house big?
Absolutely.
All right. Slim down to a smaller house. Get like a 1-bedroom off grid. Nobody knows where you are. It doesn't have to be an apartment.
So
Liquidate that. Hold on.
so
I'm not even finished. Give me like 30 more seconds.
okay. I don't want to liquidate though. I want to
I
be able to.
understand. I know you don't, but I'm saying, can I just finish? Okay, give me 15 seconds. I ain't gonna take too long. When you're working for the people, you don't need a lot. The people are a lot, and they're enough. The thing is, y'all want convertibles. Y'all want 17-bedroom houses, pool in the backyard. Y'all
Absolutely.
want dragons to fly to work on. Listen, people aren't stupid. Everybody understands that people have to survive, especially those who are on the bottom who have to scrape every day. They have to use their intelligence on a whole different level that people discount. They know whether or not someone is actually there for the people or there for the money. You could tell because when someone's speaking about the people, oftentimes it just ends up being what money is. Money, 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 money. Finance, finance, finance. Cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Metaverse, metaverse, metaverse. Black bank, black bank, black bank. Then we talk about, what about these children out here who are dying from sicknesses and diseases? What about these children out here who are going through trafficking and things like that in the neighborhood? What about these people out here who don't have housing over here in the same community that you teaching down the block in at the Phillips State Arena? What about that? We start talking about that. You say, oh, we just need to get them on account. It's all
So,
money. People start realizing the game.
right. So what I feel is this, right? I don't feel that you need to be poor to want to help your people. And one of the things that um I met Callum Muhammad's son, right? I met him in Vegas, right? And we had like an hour conversation. And one of the things that he said to me that I always remember, what he said, his father died broke, right? And his father had all these books and was doing all this community work, but he was doing a lot for the culture. But every night his mom, him was struggling, some nights going to bed hungry, right? I don't I don't think, and this is just for myself personally, because I know my heart is at, and my people know where my heart is at, where my brand is at. I'm not gonna be broke, fucked up. I'm not getting rid of no cars. I want to teach my people how to get the same car that I got. I want to because I think it's about a mindset. I think if you teach a mindset of abundance, you can create abundance. I think if you have acquired things with that mindset like I've had, I'm not consolidating shit. I'm gonna buy more cars. I'm gonna buy a bigger house, and and help my people to have bigger houses and to create more wealth. That's just my approach and how I look at it, right? But I feel you, because a lot of people, they only about money and they fucked up. Me, I'm not only about money, but I like money. And I'm not gonna say I want to be eating oodles and noodles every night when I'm eating fucking ribeye and tomahawk steaks. I'm not doing it. And that's just me being real. You know what I mean? I got two more questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel shit? And then when you see him in person, the camera's off, and you're like, yo, hey man, let's put something together. They not, it's just like motherfuckers don't want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you make more money if you actually do the shit that you saying?
I don't think you get what just happened. It went right back to money. Our people or the people don't have a money issue, right? And it's not a black people problem. It's a humanity issue, and it will not be solved or fixed with money. There are multi-billionaires who are melanin dominant people, and a lot of people play the game. Say, yo, I love money. I just want to get my money, but I want to help my people get money too. All right, so then in turn, you're gonna yield clients, and your clients, you may be able to help them. You run a business. You're not supposed to not know what money is and understand the business of money when you're a businessman. I respect it. Dr. Malachi York is a multi-millionaire. He also was in the community, going through what you call him being poor, struggling, suffering with the people right alongside them. So there are two pathways that you could take with the knowledge of what you're saying, the abundance. You can also be hands-on knowing what the people are actually dealing with. And what the people are actually dealing with is this epidemic of disconnectivity. Everybody's talking numbers to them and no one's showing them results.
Right. Okay, when you say results, what you mean?
Okay, results. 19 Keys went on what's the people Breakfast Club and was talking about Black Wall Street and how we need to be able to find a way to build one, whoop the whoop. All right. Dr. York did that. He didn't just talk about it. He did it multiple times in multiple different communities. He built communities, bought properties, took it over, and turned it into whatever he saw fit for the people to be able to clean themselves up and all of that, including building the golden ages that all these people are trying to act like they overstand about. Gave them a language, gave them a constitution, all of that, say, here's yours. All they had to do was hold on to it. You can't make the leader can't make the people hold on to what they've been given. All they had to do was hold on to their land. All we had to do is hold on to our land, our language, our culture, our customs, and all of that, and y'all still be talking about it. But people were disconnected from the reality of what was taking place at that time. You're not dealing with a money issue. You're dealing with an issue of disconnectivity. You can scream and shout and yell at somebody at church Sunday, all right, for 3, 4, 5 hours, and they go back home and it didn't connect. So you wasted your time because there's disconnectivity, or you may have delivered well, but those people didn't want to apply it. Disconnectivity. It's not about the money, family. The money or the abundance and all of that, they could shut down the money tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I know they about the money. Listen, I know they about the money. I was just getting your perspective on it. Right?
This is my perspective.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, for sure. I'm just like, because I feel like for me, I feel like it's what you do with the money. Because when you got money, you can help people with money. Right? I only have a problem with motherfuckers is talking about money, but they ain't doing shit. And then it's
I'll
like, it's
tell you
just,
what Dr. York did when it comes to the cars. Dr. Malachi York bought about 20 Cadillac cars or Cadillac Escalades, I think was what the car at the time. I can't remember the exact car name. I know it was Cadillac something. And he gave them to his people and said, listen, all y'all got to do is take care of them. Right? Now, what they did with the cars, they did whatever they want, but he gave the cars away. Or he'll do something like buy something wholesale and give it to people wholesale. Or he told my father, he said, yo, just open a bookstore. You ain't gonna have to pay me nothing. Just make sure you pay the overhead. You can sell my books, get money from my products, and you don't have to pay me anything. You just get money from the overhead. My father didn't do that. You see the disconnect there? There was a solution and there was a disconnect. My father didn't follow through. All right. So my point is, I've witnessed a formula work and the people not keep the formula going. All right, I'm gonna say it one more time and take the Nuwabians and Sabians out of it. I witnessed a formula work and y'all didn't keep it going. So
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I totally I'm like that's always been my frustration, right? Because I've been saying the same thing for years. Okay, goals and deadlines. So maybe even for myself, if I'm holding myself accountable, I think I got to be more. I think I got to be more focused. I got to be more focused on me executing and doing what I can do, and maybe not waiting for other people to believe what we can do as a collective. You feel me? Because a lot of times, like, I had a concept for something called Africa Town, right? And I did a whole presentation 5 years ago, right? And I was trying to get, I kept trying to get our people to believe in it. And it's like, well, damn, maybe I need to just do it on my own, start small, and then be receptive to the brothers and sisters that want to be a part of it as I'm scaling and growing it. You understand?
Or be honest with yourself
What
and
do you mean?
admit that there is no our people yet.
No, listen. Bro. One thing about my brand is this is what I'm about, right?
Did you hear me?
I heard you. That's your perspective. I respect it, right? I respect your perspective, right? So how I'm thinking, and hey, if anybody watching this, y'all want to build, you can send me the DM. My Instagram is the smart guy underscore. THE smart guy underscore. I'm not hard to find. But I think, so let me ask you this last question, right?
Did you hear me though, bro? Because look,
I
sometimes wisdom can come and give you the answer that you're looking for, right? It's like what I was taught, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something to change. It's
mhm, mhm,
insanity, right? Everybody keep running the same game, but are we looking at the root issues? If we're not seeing the root issue, it don't matter what you build, it don't matter what you bring.
mhm,
The root issue right now is there is no our people yet.
mhm.
You
Listen,
tell me who it is. Who is our
right,
people?
right. Hold on. So what what advice would you give to just maintain a high level of optimism, right? So for me, I got something I call the insanity concept, where you do the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result because persistence overcomes resistance. So if I'm lifting weights, right? I'm lifting weights and I'm going to the gym. I'm like, okay, I'm going to lift 405. I go in there, day one doesn't happen. Day 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't happen. Day 25, I start to feel a lot more comfortable with the weight. Day 45, I'm actually lifting 405 pounds, right? So I think for me, it's just not getting frustrated, keeping the same messaging points, and even with my music and my brand, right? I didn't have a brand this big, pause, 5 years ago, but if you look at my page and you do some scrolling down, I've been talking the same way consistently since fucking 2011. Now I'm breaking through now, but I kept going. I think it is our people. I just think there's fake leadership. I feel like we don't really, we may not have the right leadership, and the people who we look to for leadership are not actually leaders.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
For sure. Come on, my brother.
Who is our people?
What you mean?
Was the question not intelligible? Who is
Yeah.
our people?
Our people is the people that look like us. Black folks, melanated people, Africans, well, you know our people.
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking. Who is our people? Okay,
What?
so everyone that looks like us. All right, so regionally, that wouldn't be realistic to date because after the integration clause with Dr. Martin Luther King and all of the things they rolled out prior and after that or post Dr. Martin Luther King, regionally people are mixed in. So we can't be speaking about helping a specific region or neighborhood or group of people anymore because everybody's integrating. Everybody's integrating.
I think no,
Hold on. When it comes to
but
the trades and the work,
but stay right there.
workforce.
If we integrated, you live in Harlem, right? Like this motherfucker ain't gonna stop and talk to you, right? Like the white people that live in the hood, we integrate them, we segregate at the same time. Motherfucker live right next door to you, won't speak to you, won't say hi, won't say good morning, or call police on you. They don't fuck with you. That's what gentrification is about. So I'm not, and this is maybe I gotta read some more
But let me ask you
Dr.
a question. Are you in New York right now?
Hell yeah, I'm in New York.
Can we deal with the obvious? Can we address the elephant? Nigga, that's a regular New York response.
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No, it ain't. 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 No, the fuck it ain't. Listen, let me tell you something. These white motherfuckers, let me tell you something. Look, this is what I believe. I believe
It'll
that
be
the white,
worse if you spoke to a black person.
no. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
Yo,
something.
you from Harlem? Are you from Harlem? The fuck are you talking about?
No. Listen, let me tell
On
you
my
something.
mother, leave me alone.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my dear brother. Let me tell you something.
All right.
the white man got us to focus on nationalities instead of ethnicity. So if we say, okay, when you say and I'm glad you asked me that question, right? So we say, okay, well, people look like me. Melanated, you black, you got your skin look this color, you my people. Well, what do you mean? I'm Dominican. No, no, no. You my people. No, what do you mean? I'm Jamaican. No, no, no. You my people. What do you mean? I'm African. I'm from Senegal. No, no, no. You my people. I think the white man got us to believe that we not brothers and sisters just because we look alike. If you see a dog, a breed of dog, I don't care what you talking about. You say that's a Corso. You don't say, well, that's a Puerto Rican. That's a Corso. That's a pit bull. That's a Rottweiler because it looks like a Rottweiler, and so it is a Rottweiler. So I'm trying to make it as this is my, and I could be bugging, and maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you look like me and your skin is this color, you my people, whether you acknowledge it or not. But go ahead.
Well, then that would be an issue for one. I hear what you say. I respect it, and I hear you whether you acknowledge it or not. And I raise you. If they don't acknowledge it, then you'll have a bigger problem because now you'll be rooming or housing with people
Yeah,
who
my
are
brother.
want.
Hold on a second. Yeah, my brother. Hey, buddy. Yo, bro, let me ask you a question. Yo, bro, let me ask you a question real quick. See that? Black man walk right up. Black man walk right up, man. Peace, God. Peace, God. Let me ask you a question real quick. Yes, sir. Let me ask you a question. Cause I'm on Instagram Live, right? I was saying, how do you feel? And be honest, right? How do you feel about the white people living in Harlem? Do they act like they live with us, or they act like they don't live with us, even though they live with us?
They all full of shit. They don't belong here. Bottom line.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
All we do is call the cops on us.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I want to say. Thank you, my brother. I don't know. My brother just pulled up. He just, hey, what's up, man?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They full of shit. They act like they want to move to Harlem, but don't want the Harlem experience.
Thank you.
Bottom line.
Thank you, my brother.
Fucking whatever.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. He ain't say what's up, where you from. Come on, man. But yeah,
That
my
nigga
brother.
take the same route to work every day. He been in Harlem since he was -3.
Yo. Listen. So
You
what
know
I
that
think,
guy. That's why you do that. Like,
I,
but
I
look,
don't know him. Listen, I don't know him. Listen, let me tell you something. This is what I think we should focus on. I think we should focus on the ethnicity. Like if you look like this, you black. Whatever we call you, you black. You my brother. You want to say melanated? You got melanin in you
all right, look. Let me
genetically.
speak. Let me say this. Right? I
Yeah,
got you.
go ahead, go. Go ahead,
Listen,
go.
listen. You cook. You cook with the guy too. The Harlem guy. You cook. All right, check this out. It's a culture thing also. Also, all right, Liberian. You've been. I'm from Atlanta, so they got different parts. You ever been to Gwinnett County? Link up and click up and live like the
Yeah, for
Liberians.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Senegalese,
Okay.
the
Yeah, yeah,
Senegalese
yeah.
people. Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand that they have a culture? Like when you go, you see them, they have a natural culture, a language, a
Yeah.
food, style, all of that they speak that belongs to them and it's native to their land.
hmm
So they're not gonna play that. You want us to join this melting pot thing and y'all haven't even figured out who y'all are thing. That's their mentality. You can't fault them for that. They have a culture and they want to protect it. What's left of it. Because even a lot of them have been whitewashed and Forex traded out. You see what I'm saying? But they
hmm
still want to hold on to their culture. When melanin dominant people in the Western Hemisphere realize they don't really have a functioning culture that works for them, right? Go ahead. Do you think?
Listen,
I
no,
can't hear
no.
you.
You hear me? Can you hear me?
It just seemed like you were telling me to stop. So I was just like, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no. Listen, no. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is, what I want to bring. This is I'm saying something new. What I want to bring is saying like, okay, you look like me, you my brother, and I'm gonna try to use my influence the best I can to focus on one melanated ethnicity, and we're gonna call it mellow. You don't want to be called black, we're gonna call you mellow. You don't want to be called African, I'm gonna call you mellow. You're mellow. You can say whatever you want. You mellow. You look like what you want. You gonna deny you got this shit in your bone marrow? I don't fucking know. But what I think is, and I could be wrong, I think the white man purposely divided us and made us focus on all these differences as opposed to one singular connection that we all have, which is that skin color. And
Okay, I got you. So watch this. I'm with you. Let me jump in. That's not enough. Let me tell you why. Because you got black devils. Now, remember, you just spoke about somebody not acknowledging that they are your brother. Not acknowledging you, my brother, all the way across the world is no issue to me directly. There's no is no issue to me directly, at least not directly immediately. However, if we're building a system, a society, a land, Tamaray, Hem, Black Wall Street, whatever.
No, you're absolutely right. However, for propaganda and marketing purposes, we all brothers.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in complete 1,000,000,000,000% agreement with you, my dear brother. But I think there's something that is very powerful when there's like this extreme optimism and belief in unity, even though we know this brother ain't really your brother, even though he your brother, but he acting like he ain't your brother, right? But okay, so you helping me think out loud, which is good. So I got two more points, and then then I'm done, right? Okay, where would you say is the best place? Because Dr. York, he had a village or a town, right?
Towns.
Yeah, town. Okay, boom. So what would you say would be the best direction to go into saying, okay, I want to build this town and build this town free of European jurisdiction.
Okay, so watch this. You want the realistic answer or you want the commercial answer?
Come on, man, stop it, man. This is me, man. This
Because
is
you
me, man.
just said there's a difference between the commercial and the marketing purposes and what you actually know to be true.
But
So
listen,
which one you want from me right now? Because I'll give you the commercial answer. Or
we
I'll
on
give you the realistic.
we on Instagram Live, man. Go ahead.
What's the answer? Do you want the commercial answer or you want the realistic answer?
We on Instagram Live, man. Go ahead, man.
I'll give you the realistic answer. You're not going anywhere outside of this quote-unquote white man's jurisdiction if you're still under this quote-unquote white man's jurisdiction. The
Okay, there
law
it
that
is.
he's...
I got you. Okay, next question. Last question. I got you. Now,
Okay.
last question. How do we, out of all the people that made your AI beat up videos, what's something?
That's pretty dope.
Right,
I was thinking like, that's dope. AI beat up videos. That was a nice series.
right. So, what is something positive we can take from each one of those gentlemen in the video?
What not to do.
Of it. Okay, so what I like about young Pharaoh was the presentation, like putting the presentations together. What I like about 19 Keys is the memorabilia, the propaganda. I think he's a product kind of a guy, even though the products may not be moving as fast or as lucrative as it has potential to be. But I love like the stuff he got going on with the coffee, the Supermind, those things, right? I believe I inspired a lot of that stuff as well. Um, uh, what's the kid name? The J. Cole guy. I think I like the fact that he sparks conversations. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, look, I respect that. I said what I said. I saw what not to do. And that's my point. That's my thing. I point out what not to do. And if people see me doing something and they want to say, yo, we want to point out what not to do, that's fine. Because my message isn't to say that I've done it. My message is to say that it has been done.
Peace.
Yep.
Tone deep, niggas thinking they can atone me, niggas phony, 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 phony,
Heard these niggas want to pride on with me. I show up, niggas dodging and dipping. Name one nigga I mimic. I not the one, not fitting. I've learned to hear over the noise.
the noise, never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over. Never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over.
Heard you been in the loop, that don't look good on you, that don't look good on you. Heard you been in the loop, that don't look good on you, that don't look good on you.
Sometimes ours, it takes us a pause. This way, if you misplace it, it gets away or gets lost. It's all on you. No reason to get Satan involved. Talking about how he done tricked you, nigga. Quit wasting your jaws. This race is for all evolved ones only. Honing in on the home we've been phoning, not the phony.
Right.
Tone these niggas thinking they can atone me. Niggas phony.
Hold on,
Phony.
Heard these niggas want a problem with me. I show up, niggas dodging and dipping. Name one nigga I mimic. I'm not the one, I'm not fibbing.
Phony. I've learned to hear over the noise.
The noise,
Never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over. Never make it. Snap out of it. Elevation. Black policy. Reparation. Abolishment. We shall over.
Heard you been in the loop, that don't look good on you, that don't look good on you.